Welcome back to Council Bluffs Today, presented by Waldstein Plumbing. My name is Todd Studer, and we have a special guest in studio today because there is an event coming up in September that you're going to want to get on your calendars. And this is with Pottawattamie Conservation Foundation. Brenda Windmuller is one of the board members of the foundation. Thanks for coming in.
Oh, thank you for having me, Todd.
This is a cool event. It's in a great location, and it's actually been going on for a while, right?
It has. This is actually our 23rd annual, if you can believe it. So, yeah, we are going to be located down at the landing, down by the river. It is a beautiful setting for a conservation event, for sure.
It's right, as you said, right on the river. I've been down there for a car show with the Optimist when they put it on. It's just off of Gifford Road, very easy to get to. And what are some of the things that are going to be happening this year?
Oh, there's a lot going on. So starting with, I have to tell you that one of our board members constructed 30 birdhouses made from locally sourced wood from Hitchcock Center.
That's cool.
And then we distributed those 30 birdhouses. So we have professional artists who decorated them. We have novices like my nieces. We have the whole gamut. So we all pitched in and painted those 30 birdhouses. They will be our centerpieces on our tables, and they will also be part of the silent auction.
And you mentioned the silent auction. There's going to be a lot of things involved with that, right?
There will. So the auction items for the silent auction are continuing to come in. We have such a generous community. So we have businesses and individuals from around the county and beyond that have donated everything from Iowa State football tickets to health and wellness care. So you name it, we have it.
Yeah, there's a big support for what it is that you guys do. And I also, anytime that something comes up like this, and we're talking with a nonprofit and they're going to be having an event and a fundraiser, I'm reminded again of where we live. Mm-hmm. And with the level of support that this area provides for these types of things. And the Pottawattamie Conservation is it's near and dear to my heart just because I love being outside. And to me, we have a county park system that rivals anybody anywhere.
I couldn't agree with you more. We have 5 amazing parks that everybody within the county and beyond should really be checking out. Of course, our flagship up near Crescent at Hitchcock Nature Center is the one that comes to mind most often, but you got to get out to Hancock and see those bison.
Well, not just that, but it is a completely different experience. It's so much quieter. I was out there earlier, and we had Chad Gravy come on, and I had a chance to talk to him about it, that when I went camping, there was right after the burn.
Oh, sure.
So everything was black, and it was almost a surreal experience for me. It was very early in the season, and you just start to see a little bit of the life popping back up and just here and there. But for the most part, everything was still black. I wouldn't have gotten that experience anywhere else. And now it's all recovered. It's all, but it's, for me, Botany Bend is one of my favorites because of how quiet it is and how serene you can just go walking through the prairie grass on a trail. And that kind of recharges me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you couldn't have hit that. You couldn't have said that any better. We've got amazing seasons here in Iowa. And so what you see in the spring is very different than what you see in the fall or the summer. And so being able to go out there every season and see how things change is really, I think, amazing. One of our missions is to really, it's great to go for a walk through the trails, but really to experience it and really see what it is that you are walking through. See each wildflower for who and what it is, and see the species that are running and frolicking through the woods. It's an amazing, eye-opening experience.
Well, and we have such a great staff that takes care of all of this, and the knowledge that they bring to it. We get to see nature as it was intended and how it is when it does what it's supposed to do. it operates incredibly efficiently. And this is the way things were before, we started going crazy and putting plow to the ground and everything else.
Absolutely. And we have an amazing team led by Jeff Franco, our executive director there at the county. And they work tirelessly, day in, day out. They don't get days off. They are there to support the land, to support nature, to create habitat. And we at the foundation really see it as our mission to help them continue the great work that they are doing. And we do that by raising funds to support that work, to acquire land, to create educational opportunities that students could come and partake in and really gain that appreciation at an early age.
Council Bluffs Today is brought to you by Keith Jones, your Edward Jones financial advisor in Council Bluffs. Learn how he can help you reach your financial goals. Visit edwardjones.com for more. Edward Jones, member SIPC. S&B Country Kennel is the top spot in Southwest Iowa when you need to know your dog will receive only the best. Boarding, daycare, grooming, self-washing, training, and even a membership available to a dog park over an acre in size. S&B Country Kennel also has rescue dogs, so check with them about adoption possibilities. sbcountrykennel.com, that's country spelled with a K, located just west of I-29 on Bungie Avenue, south of Council Bluffs. Looking for a place to relax, recharge, and take better care of yourself? Kinetics Massage and Bodywork has moved into the Omni Center in Council Bluffs. Owner and licensed massage therapist Tina Hebner offers customized massage and bodywork designed around what your body needs, from relaxation massage to focused therapeutic work. And with the move into the Omni Center, Tina is building towards something even bigger, a larger wellness space for the Council Bluffs community. Take time for yourself. Schedule with Kinetics Massage and Bodywork at kineticsbodywork.com.
Yeah, that's another good point. And all of those things you're talking about take money. Now, obviously, acquiring land is going to take money, but when you the educational side of it, there needs to be some material that is going to be provided to those that are taking part in it. Young people can learn in a way that they can't in a classroom, and that is a big piece of why it is that we need to support this. Why did you get involved? Why was it important for you to be a part of the foundation?
So I have just an environmental heart, I think. I have always loved where I come from and have an appreciation for the land that has given to me and my family. So I just wanted to give back. I got involved just by wanting to support this event. Actually, the Go Wild event is how it all started, was by me donating some silent auction items. And then a couple years later, here I am on the board. So it's an important thing. And having some kind of background with nonprofits, just knowing how much they struggle and how much support they really do need from the community to make it all happen.
Yeah, it's been a struggle this year, especially I think for a lot of nonprofits. With they weren't sure what was going to happen to their funding, and that can leave things in a state of a lot of uncertainty.
Absolutely.
And that's where events like this provide a little stability. I think.
Right, absolutely. You got to know where your next paycheck comes from, right?
Yeah.
So we're there just to help add that little padding and that gravy to really make sure that things are going well. And we can then, as a foundation, really put first and foremost the expansion efforts, the development efforts, where the county budget that comes from the taxpayers can be reserved for things like the salaries and those types of things. So we can keep the good work moving forward. So part of our project for this coming year is really to focus in on revamping and updating and upgrading the Hitchcock Nature Center. And the other component is to provide scholarships and education opportunities for students.
That's another real key part of it too, is that sometimes kids financially don't have an opportunity. So if the organization is making it possible for them, you never know what is going to spark an idea and spark a passion in a young person. And it could be something like this. And then they just carry it with them for the rest of their life. You never know where that's going to be at. That's why it's so important to provide as many opportunities as we can.
Absolutely. And that spark may be in the form of a lifelong hobby of hiking or kayaking down the river. It could also be a career path. It could be something that really becomes an interest point to to where they want to go into conservation, or they want to go into science, and really lead somebody down a career pathway.
What else is going to be happening at the Go Wild event? What people are going to purchase their tickets, are going to come out on this Thursday evening. What can they expect?
Yeah, so when you come in, you will receive a cup, and you can go over to our open bar where we will have full-fledged products available for you to sample. So you get to try 5 different samples of different products. We will have a wine pull. We're going to have a spirit pull. We're going to have an amazing raffle. So if you are an Iowa or an Iowa State fan, that game is just a couple days later, Todd. So, we are hoping to get people into the excitement and rivalry there. So you can purchase a bag of poker chips that you will put into your team's choice, be it Iowa or Iowa State, and you'll get a raffle ticket with that to win our tailgate prize. So it's going to be that. We have a credit card lottery where people can buy a ticket, and then they get a scratcher, and they scratch that ticket, and it will reveal a number, and within that numbered envelope is a gift card for a restaurant. Kind of a mystery, not knowing where you're going to get to try. I don't know about you, but I get stuck going to the same places all the time.
Yeah.
So this will be a great way to kind of expand that horizon and try some new places.
Yeah, I'm always trying to find something new on the menu every time I go, but I don't always pull it off.
Right.
Because we get into those ruts, and so this is a great opportunity to try some area restaurants that maybe we hadn't been to. And
Absolutely.
I'm seeing all of this cross promotion that something like this. So this in itself then can help boost the economy just from that vantage point.
Absolutely.
And it all works together. So this is just so great. So where can people get tickets? What do they need to do?
Yeah, so I am going to look here at my little notes here. So you're going to want to go to www.pottawattamieconservation.com, and then you are going to want to click on the tab that is, let me look here. I think it says support. So you're going to go to the support tab. And then under that, you can find a link that takes you to the foundation page, as well as a link that will take you to the event page.
So you can learn more about it there.
Absolutely.
You get your tickets there.
Service Master Restore by Schmader knows it can be hard to get things back to normal when you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke. And that can oftentimes lead to mold, and you may be left with all sorts of questions about how to get your home or business back to normal. It's easy. You give Cindy Schmader a call with Service Master Restore by Schmader. Her phone number, 402-339-9911. Are you looking for something to do close to home? Go Local Iowa brings Southwest Iowa events together in one place, from live music and fundraisers to festivals, family activities, and community celebrations. It's also a place to discover local businesses and support the people who keep our communities moving. Before you make your weekend plans, check golocaliowa.org. Go Local Iowa. Find what's happening right here at home. When it's time for lunch, get away from the drive-thru and head to the Dock Bar and Grill in Council Bluffs. Whether you're hungry for a burger, sandwich, pizza, basket, salad, or just one of the daily specials, the Dock has plenty of choices and a comfortable place to enjoy a real meal. It's perfect for meeting friends, grabbing lunch with coworkers, or taking a well-earned break from the workday. Make the Dock your lunch destination. 401 Veterans Memorial Highway in Council Bluffs.
Another thing to consider as well is that if there's an area business that wants to be attached to this, you have sponsorship opportunities that they can get some visibility that way.
Absolutely. So we have sponsorships starting at $250. Really reasonable, and going all the way up to $5,000. Within those packages are differences in how many tickets you get and all of those fun things. But the important thing is that you will be included on our webpage. You will be included in our marketing materials, and we'll be promoting you as much as you would be promoting and supporting us.
Again, all of that cross promotion is what keeps everything growing. And again, you're going to want to be a part of this. So if you've got a business, same place, you can go to that same path and be able to find out that information there as well.
Absolutely. Yep. Same path.
You've been at this for a while, Brenda, getting getting all of this ready? This doesn't sound like something that can happen in 2 weeks.
Yeah, no, this is a long process. My husband was teasing me last night, actually, saying, so the event is on the 10th of September. So he said on the 11th, do you start planning the next year? And he's not so wrong. He's not so wrong. It does take a lot. There's a lot of moving parts to get all of the talent lined up with the auctioneers and the MCs and the venue and all of those kinds of things. And just to come up with some ideas that will help make this a memorable experience.
Is the landing, is this something that's been there before for this event?
Yeah, so I'm fairly new to the board, but during my tenure, we have been there at least 3 years. So it's been just a remarkable, beautiful spot.
Yeah, it really is. And it's one of the more scenic places to see the Missouri River, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Watching it go by and the facilities that are there are just wonderful as well. So again, this is coming up on September 10th. Get your tickets now. Do you know how much the tickets are?
Tickets are $75 per person, and that does include access to all of our silent auction items. We'll have the live auction going on during or just shortly after dinner. And dinner is going to be provided by Block 16.
So, those guys are great.
Yeah, they are. So you do not want to miss that meal.
Right, absolutely. You're going to draw people from a wide area to this because, and that is a testament to what we have here with the park system. I mean, we'll have some local folks. We'll have our friends across the river. We'll have people probably coming in from other states that want to be a part of this just because it means that much to so many different people.
I certainly hope so, because really we have such a unique opportunity here. We have a unique landform. We have unique vegetation and life here in the hills in Pottawattamie County. And I think it's something to be celebrated. And I welcome folks from other states. I was in Alaska a year ago, and I was telling one of my tour guides that he needed to come here and visit the Les Hills, and he had never even heard of it. So I got us somebody to come from Alaska.
Wow, that's actually pretty cool. And actually my brother came up last month. It was towards the end of June, and he's driving up for Georgia, and he's telling me, I'm seeing all of these hills. They're not, I don't know, they're maybe 100, 150 feet high, but it just keeps going on forever. I don't know what the heck this is. Well, let me tell you, he hadn't been here. Right. So that was his first experience. And as he's driving up north from Kansas City, and as you're coming up, you see him in Missouri, and then they just keep going. So that was a new experience for him.
Yeah, we are all advocates for our place.
All right. So PottawattamieConservation.com. Just follow the path. We'll put the link in the description to the show to where folks can come by and take a look at that. And again, coming up on September 10th, this is going to be a Thursday night. Started at 5:30. 5:30. So after you get off work, you'll head over to the landing just off Gifford Road on the south end of Council Bluffs. And it's going to be tons of fun. Yeah. And thank you so much for all the work you're putting into this.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
She is Brenda Windmuller, and she is one of the board members for Pottawattamie Conservation Foundation. If you would, please, there's something that you can do to help get this information out even further. You'll see a like button, maybe follow, share, could be subscribe, depending on what platform you're watching this on. And when you do that, you're telling the algorithm online that more people want to see this, and then that's what happens, is all the great information Brenda was just talking about gets pushed out even farther, and even more folks can become aware of, our little corner of the world here in Pottawattamie County. So, wraps up today's show. Council Bluffs Today, presented by Waldstein Plumbing. My name is Todd Studer, and we'll see you next time.